Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. Also, I've just recently launched a self-study mini course. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to remind you guys to learn to trust yourself when it comes to manifesting, but also in terms of making decisions, finding answers within yourself, guiding yourself towards where you want to go, and how becoming self-sufficient in this sense is going to help you manifest better, easier, and more effortlessly. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So I was inspired to make this video after a conversation I had earlier today with a coaching client. During our session, she was telling me how she's been watching so many videos, both from manifesting coaches and also from relationship experts, and how she's been getting so confused, getting so much information in her head. This was causing her anxiety. And she would also take something someone said, some coach or some relationship expert, compare it to herself, treat it as gospel, treat it as the ultimate truth, and then she would start comparing it to herself. Then she would listen to this other manifesting coach and they would say, listen to me, this is how you manifest, this is how you do it. She would take that on board. She would take his or her words as gospel and as the ultimate truth. She would start comparing it to herself, what she does, what she doesn't do. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Should I be doing more? Same with the relationship coaches she's been watching. Men are like this, women are like that. 5 signs that they like you, 5 signs that they hate you, 5 signs that they're about to break up with you, etc., etc. You know the gist? And I know many of you have had similar experiences of watching a ton of manifesting coaches, a ton of relationship experts, perhaps a ton of therapists, because there are also these channels on YouTube, and all sorts of experts, and getting all sorts of information in your head, getting an information overload, and then getting completely confused as to what to do, who to listen to, and where to go from here. Well, I'm here today to remind you that the number one person you need to rely on, or at least learn to rely on, is yourself. Of course, there's nothing wrong with following some teachers, following some coaches, reading some books, getting their perspective, getting their guidance, getting their opinion. But at the end of the day, all of us are teaching our opinions. All of us, I include myself in that, we teach from our own perspective, we teach from our own experiences, we teach from our own beliefs, we teach from our own assumptions, and we try to simplify things for you guys, or at least I hope most of us do. But at the end of the day, it still comes from our own personal individual perspective. So while it's okay to watch YouTube videos and seek some guidance, seek some answers, seek some information, seek some clarification, because I know some of these teachings can be a little difficult and a little complicated, so it's okay to want to learn more and to want more explanation and more clarification and to want more guidance. But on the other hand, you don't want to take that to the extreme and start relying on other people for your guidance, for your decisions, for your answers. And of course, I should mention here the tarot reading channels. I know many of you watch tarot readings. At the end of the day, you want to start developing some self-sufficiency in who you watch, who you follow, and most importantly, where you guide yourself in relation to your desires. I've talked in another video about Neville's lecture, The Pearl of Great Price, where he talked about that exact thing, that you need and you want to rely on yourself to give you the answers, to give you the guidance, to guide you to your desire, to manifest everything that you want. You want to start listening to yourself, you want to start trusting yourself, to have the answers, to have the information, to have the guidance, and to take you where you need to be. Because when you rely on the opinion of 100 different experts, what ends up happening is, 1, you keep yourself reliant on other people. You keep yourself reliant on what others say, what others tell you to do, what others tell you is the right way of doing things. And guess what? Each one of us has their way of doing things. So in most situations, in most cases, in most circumstances, there isn't just one set way that is the right way. And then two, the inevitable outcome of that is that you get confused, you get overwhelmed, you get your head full of information, and at some point you don't even know where to go from there and what to do with all this information. So you want to start developing more self-sufficiency, and you want to trust yourself more and rely on yourself more to give you all the answers and to give you the guidance, because guess what? Each one of us is a different, unique individual. I'm going to talk about myself. I'm giving you my own perspective of things, the way I have found them to work for me, the way I have noticed it working in other people as well, from the people I talk to and the people I coach. Yes, but that doesn't mean that absolutely everything I talk about and absolutely everything I teach is going to resonate 100% with each one of you. So you want to start developing that self-sufficiency and that critical judgment and that way of thinking where, yes, you can take on board things that a coach you like says, but at the same time, you also primarily want to rely on yourself to filter this information, to figure out if it resonates with you, to figure out if it even applies to you. Because remember, you guys, me and the relationship experts and the therapists on YouTube and even the tarot card readers, we talk to a wide audience. Our videos cannot be tailored to one specific person, to one specific situation, okay? We have to make our videos more general. We have to make them appeal to a wider audience. So you need to develop the ability and the critical thinking of distilling this information and diluting this information and keep what resonates with you, and the rest, you can toss it. If it doesn't apply to you, feel free to toss it. It doesn't mean that if you only keep part of the information someone is teaching that you're doing something wrong, or you're being insufficient in your practice, or you're missing something, or that you should be doing more. No, only you know the right answer as to how much you should be practicing, which teachings to keep and which ones to let go of, and whether a specific teaching or a specific opinion from some expert actually applies to you and it actually resonates with you. Because like I said, we're all different. So you need to start trusting yourself more. You need to get yourself on a way to become an independent thinker and not just rely on online coaches, online experts of whatever sort to give you the answers. You need to start finding the answers within yourself and trusting that these are the right answers for you. And from that place, from that state, you can also utilize and take advantage of the information you hear and the information you watch in a much more productive way that actually works for you. And as a conscious manifestor, guess what happens then? You remove a huge amount of resistance, and as a result, that brings your manifestations closer, faster, easier, and more effortlessly. Once you learn to rely on yourself without too many outside distractions, without too many outside aids, if you will, outside crutches, then you're well on your path to success as a conscious manifestor, as an independent person, as an independent thinker, and as someone who is in control of their lives, of their way of thinking, of their emotions, of the way they respond to life and to circumstances, and of their attitude at the end of the day. So you guys, as Neville Goddard put it, buy The Pearl of Great Price. This is an amazing lecture by Neville. If you haven't listened to it, search for it on YouTube. It's going to give you much more perspective and empower you to finally start trusting yourself above and beyond anyone and everyone else. You want to become an independent thinker. You want to become self-sufficient in how you manifest, what methods you use to manifest, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what resonates with you, what doesn't, and so on. And you're going to see, once you start following yourself and trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trust your inner guidance, your inner wisdom, your higher self, if you will, how things are going to start falling into place for you so much easier, so much more effortlessly, so much more naturally. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.